Namaskar. A very good afternoon to respected chairperson of this session, Dr. Mukesh Khoikia sir, co-chairperson Shibo Kanakala sir, moderators, reporters, and all participants of online national seminar organized by WLAA in association with Allies Link. My sub-theme is Open Educational Resources (OER) and paper title is Open Educational Resources Initiatives by Government and Educational Institution, Global and Indian co-edis. So what is open educational resources? Open educational resources are hosted in public domain. They are free of cost and normally open educational resources are licensed under Creative Commons. And UNESCO is one of the pioneer organization in OER movement. UNESCO enabled access to knowledge from selected few to all through their patronization for OER. Similarly, European Commission and the European Research Council also started Plan S and Coalition S. So the main objective of Plan S and Coalition S is from 2021, all scholarly publication on the results from research funded by public or private grants provided by national, regional and international research council and funding bodies must be published in open access journals on open access platforms or made immediately available through open access repositories without embargo. And these are some definitions of OER. First definition is given by UNESCO. UNESCO defined OER as the technology-enabled open provision of educational resources for consultation, use and adoption by a community of users for non-commercial purposes. And the second definition is given by Helen. Helen defined OER as teaching, learning and resources that reside in the public domain or have been released under an intellectual property license that permits their free use or repurposing by others. Atkins and others defined OER as full courses, open courseware and content, educational modules, textbook, streaming videos, test and assessments, open source software tools, and any other tools and materials used to support teaching or learning. And the copyright of OER. OERs are normally licensed under Creative Commons, GNU General Public License, etc. Creative Commons license enables free distribution of an otherwise copyrighted work, provides such flexibility to the authors where they can enjoy their rights but allow academic community to freely use resources without any barrier. So these are Creative Commons license, CC by share alike, CC by non-derivatives, etc. And the types of OER. OER may include educational materials, example course modules, object of learning like formula, textual contents, multimedia contents, suppose video, audio, image, etc. and softwares. Role of UNESCO in OER development. In 2002, UNESCO, in association with the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation and Western Cooperative for Education Telecommunication, convened Forum on the Impact of Open Courseware for Higher Education in Developing Countries. So this initial effort made countries aware about potential of OER. UNESCO also organized 2 World Congresses on OER. In 2021, in its Paris OER declaration, UNESCO called on governments to openly license publicly funded educational materials. In November 2019, UNESCO in its 40th General Conference adopted the OER recommendation. So these are OER initiatives in different countries. In Africa, OER for schools in Africa, African storybook projects, African virtual university. In Europe, European Schoolnet is an initiative. And France, Ghana, Japan, Netherlands, Norway, United States, Uruguay. So they have taken lots of OER initiatives in their countries. Major international initiative on OER. So there are lots of major initiatives on OER in international platform, but due to lack of time in my slide, I have covered only 6. The first one is Community College Consortium for Open Educational Resources. And the second one is Johns Hopkins Open Education Open Courseware. So, Community College Consortium for Open Educational Resources has a prime role in OER degree initiative of Achieving the Dream network, which provides direct support to community colleges seeking to develop full degrees using only OER. And Johns Hopkins Open Courseware is a collection of open public health courses and materials that support Johns Hopkins education. And MIT Open Courseware, this is very important OER initiative taken by MIT, and it is web-based, free and open publication of materials from all MIT courses, including audio and video lecture, online textbook and supplemental resources. Presently, it has about 2,400 courses and 500 million visitors. Research education in sub-Saharan Africa, TETSA. So this is one of Africa's most extensive multilingual website for OER licensed under Creative Commons. And World Digital Library. So World Digital Library is an international digital library created by US Library of Congress and supported by UNESCO. It was launched on April 21, 2009 at UNESCO headquarters in Paris. And these are some other international initiatives of on OER. So CiteShareX, Codecademy, Khan Academy, Made in Portal, Merlot, OpenStax, CK12. So these are initiatives on OER. Major OER initiatives in India. In this slide, I have covered the initiatives under NMICT. So first, Sakshat Portal. Sakshat Portal is one-stop education portal which provides information about all Indian online learning platforms like SWAYAM. So SWAYAM is cloud-based IT platform and it facilitates hosting of all the courses of class 9 till post-graduation, EPG Pathshala and National Digital Library of India. NCERT textbook. So in this slide, I have covered NCERT initiatives. So NCERT textbook is online facility and it delivers easy access to textbooks for class 1 to class 12 and National Repository of Open Educational Resources. So it hosts huge number of educational resources, video, image, audio, document formats for primary, secondary and senior secondary classes of many subjects in different Indian languages. Major OER initiatives in India by organizations, centers and institutions. So CEC. CEC repository provides about 40,000 video programs and 24,000 e-contents, 322 undergraduate MOOCs, etc. It also telecasts via higher educational channel and it has a YouTube channel also, national program on technology enhanced learning, NPTEL. NPTEL is one of the large online repositories in the world of courses in engineering, basic science, and selected humanities and social science subjects. Sudganga. So Sudganga is a thesis repository. It's an initiative of InfLibNet, and the submission made to Sudganga are licensed under Creative Commons. So major OER initiatives in Assam. In Assam also, there is an online repository of video lessons of SEBA. So this is available in SEBA portal. It's providing about 1,000 video lectures for class 9 and 10 in different modern Indian language subjects, suppose in Bengali and Manipuri, etc. So these lectures are prepared by teachers of different schools and submitted in this open repository for open access for students and teachers. So these are some other OER initiatives in India: eGyan Course, Eklavya Project, eJantra, Indian Academy of Science Repository, and National Science Digital Library is another initiative. Spoken tutorials, Swayamprabha. So Swayamprabha is a television network, and Indian National Science Academy Vidyanidhi Virtual Lab. And these are OER search sites. So the first one is techafrica.net/tools, and the second one is also and very important OER search site. This is scope and challenges of future. So developing OER in regional languages is the need of time. So these are some barriers in developing regional language OER: lack of Unicode support, non-availability of compatible scripts, lack of text composing skill, lack of OCR software, etc. And digital divide remains a major global concern. Access to digital resources are challenges for developing nations. Quality and reliability of OER contents is an important concern. So these are scope and challenges. So in conclusion part, enormous flexibility of OER platforms have more edges over its limitations. It provides opportunities to access educational contents anytime and anywhere. In OER, it is possible to modify and upgrade content seamlessly without hindering to learning process. And OER gives enormous flexibility to incorporate textual, visual, and audio-visual contents reaches to targeted audience instantly. OER helps nation to build their most valuable intangible assets, that is knowledge. So thank you.